Hey everyone, welcome back to another X Nation live session with me, Kevan Shultekin. Today we are diving into the part 2 of our session and on creating the ultimate social media strategy for your business or institution. If you're with me yesterday, you know we covered the importance of social media, the basics of strategy and its benefits, and the first 4 steps of your ultimate social media strategy for growing brand awareness and ROI. And today we will finish up with the steps 5 to 8 and wrap up our session. So before we continue with our next steps, let's quickly remember the first 4 steps so that today's information can make more sense to everyone. If you missed yesterday's session, I encourage you to watch the first part on our YouTube channel, as it's available as a recorded session now. The first 4 steps were: first, to set your goals for your business. Define your social media goals and establish KPIs to track important metrics for each channel. Number 2 was research your audience. Understand your audience through surveys, interviews, tools like BuzzSumo, and you can use tools like BuzzSumo. Create buyers' personas to guide your content. Number 3 was analyze your competitors. Study your competitors' social strategies, including their platforms, messaging, and content formats. Use this information to improve your own strategy. And the last strategy of yesterday's session was to choosing your social media platforms. Select the best channels for your content and audience. Tailor your approach for platforms like Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, X, TikTok, and Threads, and also YouTube. So now let's continue with today's information. Here's what we'll cover today: planning your content, managing and engaging your community, growing your following, and working the social media algorithms to maximize your reach and engagement. So, number 5 on strategies: plan your content. Now that you have done your research and picked the right social media platforms, it's time to think about your content and its approach. With the rise of short-form video content, people don't have patience for long pieces of content anymore. Here are some key points to keep in mind from Mark Pollard, the author and the CEO of Sweetheart, during the recent DMI webinar on social media strategy. Most people don't buy often. Focus on light purchases. Who could make up to 20% of your potential buyers instead of heavy purchases who are less than 5%. That 5%, 20%, and the rest, like that in your circle, the 5% and 20%, actually this ideology is being discussed in digital marketing environment a lot. So they say that, like, other than focusing on that 5%, don't miss out on that 20%, which are the light purchases. Next, brand takes time and money to develop. Long-term sales growth from brand building takes time and investment. Which words for it? Too many messages dilute your brand. Stick to 5 strong messages to make them memorable. Emotions help to build brands. Trigger emotions to create strong brand memories. Fame makes brands. What does that mean? Strong emotional connections can make your brand famous. Brand assets stay in the memory. Use logos, characters, color schemes, slogans, and fonts to deepen emotional connections. Natural content beats the staged content. So authentic content is usually more effective and relatable. And the final thing is that most people ignore more ads. So 80% of your ads you'll fail to reach attention threshold of the people, which is 2.5 seconds only. Okay. So when planning your content, you can follow these 4 simple steps that I'm going to give now. You can create a tone for your pages. You can decide if you're formal or informal, humorous or serious. Each platform has its own personality, as your brand has too. Number 2 is to create content themes or buckets. And number 3 is to create content calendar. And finally is scheduling that content. And remember, consistency is the key. So use schedules to keep up with the pace of social media. So next is what makes a good social media post, right? Creating good content is crucial for reach and engagement. Here's how you can ensure your posts are effective. First of all, monitor the content performance. Analyze what works and what doesn't. Optimize the content. Adjust your content to fit each platform's tone and message. And think about new angles. Try humor or video testimonials from customers. Don't stick to the same format all the time, like change it, tweak it a little bit. And A/B test your content by using some tools as well. You can experiment with different versions of your content to see what works the best. And finally, of course, track your KPIs. There are no magic solutions to creating a good content. It's about putting content out there, analyzing it, optimizing it, and trying new things. Okay, so let's continue with the strategy number 6. We will cover this strategy shortly, not going into too much details, but later we can have a separate session on how to manage and engage your community. So the strategy is to how to manage and engage your community. Building connections and communities on social media is crucial for engagement and brand awareness. Be responsive to customer queries and comments. Address negative reviews creatively and use some empathy. Use humor through thought-provoking responses to diffuse negativity, but be mindful of serious complaints and keeping the professionalism. And number 7 on the strategies is your grow your following. So what does that mean and how we do that? Use tactics to grow your audience organically or through paid advertising. For organic traffic, content is crucial as it will attract users and drive engagement, especially since organic reach is declining across social platforms. For example, as of last year, July 2023, the average engagement rate of an organic Facebook post ranges from 2.58, like 2.5%, and down to just 1.5. And this information comes from Hootsuite. So what you can do is to run competitions or offer behind the scenes footage to drive engagement. So use creativity to drive that engagement, but be careful about how the organic engagements are going down. So you might consider using some paid strategy here. Okay, and the last strategy of today's session and the total combination of this 2-part session is that working the social media algorithms, right? Understand social media algorithms is essential for your strategy to succeed. And the algorithms are changing continuously. The brands, the teams and the brands that they're adding different algorithms to make sure that they have a good experience and maybe a profitable business from their perspective. But that makes them to change the algorithms frequently. So here are some tips from Mark Pollard again to get algorithms working in your favor. Use bold hooks. Grab your audience's attention with a strong hook. Have characters that do the stuff. Engaging characters make content more relatable. You can use raw production instead of this quite commercially edited content. And aim for quantity to reach quality. This is a really important concept because everybody wants to go into the quality level right away. But remember, the quality will come with practice. Quality will come with quantity. So more quantity you put and see, monitor, optimize, and strategize, your content will become more quality. And give it some energy. Create content that is either really loud or really quiet to stand out. So you need to make that contrast with the general information on social media platforms. You can include products that you're selling, or you can add some unusual or unexpected content to grab attention. And you can also incorporate some subtle branding other than like putting so much brand everywhere, just putting like some simple logo somewhere. You can use a mug or something else even to just make that branding so subtle. Okay? So we covered all those 8 steps to build an ultimate social media strategy. So now what I will do to conclude that we covered those 8 strategies to creating a successful social media, and from setting goals and researching your audience to managing your community and working the algorithms, you now have a comprehensive plan to drive brand awareness and ROI for your business and institution. If you need more support or guidance on implementing these strategies, I encourage you to book a 30-minute strategy call with our team at X Nation Digital. We are here to help you navigate the complexities of digital marketing and social media. Thank you for joining us today's live session. This will keep happening, I guess, or I'll improve. Thank you for joining today's live session. We will be back tomorrow at the same time, 12 p.m. Eastern, to cover another essential topic in digital marketing for businesses and institutions. Please put any topics you would like us to cover on the comment section below, and we will cover them in one of our next sessions. Have a great rest of your Sunday, everyone. Goodbye.